Look at the history of China then. They were still under Mao. Mao died in 75 or 76. Mainland China had some massive problems in the Great Leap Forward in the 50s, which was probably the single greatest terrible decision by a political leader, where they forcibly collectivized land, and then on top of that, believed all the lies of the local communist officials as to how much each of these fields, each of these farms was producing, and it led to massive starvation. 40, 50 million Chinese died at the hands of their own government because of this forced collectivization of agriculture. And then they start recovering from that, and then they get what's called the Cultural Revolution in the late 60s, which kind of started at the university level. And if you see woke culture in America, imagine that, but now you have armed woke gangs that are arresting people writ large and taking any of the intelligentsia professors that are not sufficiently communist and manic, getting sent away or executed or worse. That finally dies down in the 70s, and Mao is still alive. Deng Xiaoping took over after Mao dies, and Deng Xiaoping is the one that started opening up China. The first trip was to Singapore. Singapore went from a lousy fishing village in the 1940s, right at the tip of the Malay Peninsula, to having enormous economic development. Deng said, we want to be like that, and so that leads to the opening up of China for business. I think he called it communism or socialism with Chinese characteristics. So that leads to this massive development of the economy of China, and they use that leverage to pivot countries away from recognizing Taiwan to recognizing the CCP.